Good morning and welcome to Focus. My name is Bonnie Cassidy, and Yvonne, I'll tell you, last week when you told me that you would consider plastic surgery, I didn't know you would go to the extreme.
Well, you know, it took a little while, and they cut the hair, and they did the hair, and they gave me a little facelift, but I think I look pretty good, don't you?
I hope you didn't pay much for that.
No, dear, this is down at the bargain store for $150. I got this, and I just feel so good today.
Jim Dunham, probably, the funniest man in Montgomery.
I'd say Alabama. I'd go Alabama.
The funniest man in
Why stop in Montgomery?
But no, you can catch his humorous entertainment at the Montgomery Independent. Pick one up today, only 50 cents a copy, or $24 for a year.
I'm glad you remember that, because I would have never remembered that.
I just think it's such a bargain. That's how I remember it. And it's a great paper. It's a who's who's paper, and all you need is right there in the Montgomery Independent. You go by once a week. You don't have to fool with reading that paper every single day. And it's no bad news.
That's true. It's happy news. We were talking about that earlier, how we only report the happy news.
I don't buy the paper anymore. Or get the paper.
I'll admit I subscribe to it, but
do you?
That's only because I have to.
Well, I only do it when somebody tells me they're in it or I'm in it. Then I will go pick up a copy. But I have read the paper a couple of times in the last month. No, the Independent is pretty much something that you can read cover to cover.
It's people, people, people.
And people like to read about people.
We put some businesses in there, too. Well, people love to read about people.
And that's what Focus is about, people.
So it's kind of a nice little merge there. People, people.
Yeah.
Works fine.
And when you pick up your Montgomery Independent, we're going to have a contest.
Are we?
I haven't told you about it yet, though.
No, this is news to me.
But what we're going to do is we have an ad in the Montgomery Independent, and we're going to put pictures in that particular ad.
I'm in that ad.
Yes, you are. Pick up one today and see a picture of Jim. It's not like you don't know what he looks like. But, no, you know how it says focus, where we focus on you and your community, and it's got pictures of the community? Well, what I'm going to do is go around and take some still shots, and I'm going to put these in the ad. And what they're going to have to do is get an Independent. They have to buy the Independent before they can enter the contest.
Okay.
So you look at the pictures that I have on the Focus ad, and you have to email me or write me and let me know what those pictures are.
That is ingenious.
Oh, yeah, I can't believe it.
Where do you come up with these things?
I'm just so smart.
I don't know what the deal is.
I don't know. I don't sleep much, so while I'm just out and about or driving around, it's amazing. I know there might be some police officers listening, and I'd hate for them to hear me do this, but I daydream a lot when I drive.
I understand.
And I'm real creative, only when I'm driving, because that's when I can wander.
You know, and Montgomery has so many different sites. It's probably one of the stupidest things I've ever said, but they have so many different historic sites. That's what I meant to say.
And I got the idea because I had gone to Wetumpka. Wetumpka is beautiful.
I'm going to tell you something about Wetumpka that you might have known. Did you know a meteor hit Wetumpka?
I saw that meteor. Now, wait.
I was going to tell you this was hundreds of years ago.
I was there. This was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that meteor? Didn't it?
No, that's not a meteor that I remember.
A little bit of it. It just happened.
I met a lady in March. She's with the Chamber of Commerce in Wetumpka, and I can't remember her name for the life of me, but she's a very sweet woman. And she was telling me all about this meteorite that hit Wetumpka. And kind of up there on the mountain, I want to say, where you look down, that's where the meteor hit.
For real?
For real.
Have you seen it?
Why would I lie to you, Bonnie? What do I stand to gain by lying to you at this point?
Entertainment?
Yeah, that's true. Filling 10 minutes.
No, but it really did happen. It was, I was trying to think, my sister and I, my cat was giving birth to her kittens, and we were outside, and it was like 12:30 or 1 o'clock. Now, let me know if I'm right or wrong about this. They always let me know when I'm wrong, but never when I'm right, because I always know I'm right.
Of course.
But it happened, and I want to say it might have even been in the Prattville area. When you said Wetumpka, I thought maybe it was Wetumpka, but we saw it fly across. I don't know if you see it fly across.
Oh, I remember that.
Okay,
a few years ago. Yes, okay, yeah, you're right.
And we were out walking because we had gotten ourselves so fired up with our cat having kittens that we took a walk, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, which I don't recommend that you do. But that was great because we were able to look up, and there weren't very many people that saw it. Well, we were so fascinated by it, we didn't know it was a figment of our imagination or not, so we did read it in the paper, but it was like 2 days after we saw it. So it wasn't the next day, and I'm like, I must have made this up, you know, because sometimes you can see things when you
Right.
when you hadn't really seen
Well,
them.
1 o'clock in the morning, you're very tired. You can
Right,
think that
right.
you see meteorites going across
And
the
my
sky
poor
when you
cat
don't.
had a hard time having those kittens.
I bet. How many kittens was that?
It was probably 6. I can't ever remember under 6. Well, but we've always had cats.
You should have named one of them Meteorite.
Have you ever tried to adopt a cat or a kitten or a dog from the Humane Society?
I don't like cats.
How about a dog?
I like dogs.
Have you ever tried to adopt a dog from the Humane
I
Society?
did adopt my dog from the Humane Society. What?
They wouldn't let me.
Well,
I
that's...
wasn't approved.
You
Can
don't-
you believe that the Humane Society, true story, would not let me adopt a kitten?
What?
I was an unfit parent.
I've got to
because
hear
I've
this.
had
I thought they gave them to everybody.
I
Go
did
ahead.
too. I did too. I did too.
Go ahead,
My
tell me.
feelings are still hurt because I paid for this airtime. I can tell you just what I did.
Here we go.
All right. Well, I went. My daughter. It was during Zoo Flint Festival when the Humane Society was out there with their kittens and dogs, and I had one in my hand, and I was going to adopt one, and they were like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I said, well, I can't decide, so I want my daughter to decide. So my daughter came out to the museum to try to adopt a kitten, and she found one that she liked. So they said, well, you're going to have to go back to the Humane Society, which she did. And then they said, well, now we've got to get the kitten back to the Humane Society, which that was all crazy anyway. So then they told her, we're sorry that she couldn't adopt the kitten. So I called up and told them who it was, like that was going to matter,
that,
you know?
That probably sealed the deal right there.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm Bonnie Cassidy with Focus TV.
Well, you're not getting a dog. Or a cat.
Well, and I said, is there anything I can do or say? Or, you know, honest, we're great people. I've never even hardly killed a fly. I mean, I probably would if I could catch one. But I wouldn't hurt a flea. And here they are, they said that we were unfit.
That is...
So, but what I'm trying to... I told them about 2 cats. Her dad had run over one. And but that was just one. I could have told him a lot more stories.
Rule number 1, don't tell the Humane Society you're running over animals.
And then the other one ran away. But I also said, well, a doctor lived next door to us, and he ran over one of our cats, too. Does that make him a bad doctor?
Not necessarily,
No. Well, just because we had a cat or 2 that have gotten killed over the years, does that make me a bad cat owner?
Well, it's not like they want to give up their cats to someone that's got a past history of cat killing.
But look at all the cats that I have had and raised and then have gone on to cat heaven from natural causes.
I met your cat earlier this afternoon. That cat was a little feisty.
Well, we
That was a kitten, though, wasn't it?
Well, it was kind of a kitten, which we got free, by the way.
About time.
We had to.
Had nothing to do with the Humane Society, I take it.
Oh, that was why we got it for free, not from the Humane Society. We had to go find one.
Well, I've had nothing but good things with the Humane Society. Darcy Rohrbach over there, love her to death. She's very good, and my dog is probably the best dog in this town.
Well, let them know that my feelings are hurt, and then I did voice them
I
over
will
the
talk to
air.
Darcy. I see her every Tuesday. I'll talk to her.
Yeah.
And,
well, they can't
let's
make
see what
it
we can
up.
do.
I mean, it's not that I want another kitten.
I'm going to get you a cat. I'm going to get you a cat. No, we're going to get you a Humane
them,
Society
though.
cat.
No, Jim, I said, please. My daughter really wants this kitten.
Did you try tears?
I was
tears,
pleased.
tears,
They couldn't
Bonnie.
see my tears, but I was really hurt. My daughter cried. They saw her tears.
Okay, well, that's good enough.
That didn't work.
Didn't work?
No.
Grown women crying usually will just, you get whatever you want then.
Okay.
That's
well,
just for future
we'll try
reference.
that.